Hello and welcome back to some more Minecraft Golden Age, episode 1126 I think we're on now. Is that correct? I'm not sure. But hopefully you're all doing right and staying safe, and hello and welcome back. So, last episode of Minecraft Golden Age, we were working on the storage room. As you can see, we have made quite a lot of progress the last couple of episodes. Sorry for that, I needed to clear my nose there. Alright, so we've made quite a lot of progress and we'll be adding the spruce, and then we'll be figuring out what we're doing with this top slice here. You see the slice here? We need to figure out what we're doing with that, so that'll be what we're focusing on today as well. Alright, so let us go. And do I bring that back all the way along here? I really do like the, the look of the spruce here for some reason. And a lot of what you're seeing with the spruce will probably be hidden, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I do plan on these being, quite tall storage areas. There we go. I wonder if I could put a chest underneath a... Can a chest work underneath one of these? Yeah. Alright, that's actually, what I wanted. That is actually what I wanted. Let me see if I can shove any of that in there. Nope. Can't even fit a tiny little bit in there. Alright. So, let me go and shove that in the backpack. There we go. Alright. So, now that we have that there, we'll continue to go along, but all of this will probably be hidden by what we're doing with the storage area, as I do plan on this being the definitive storage area of my world. Basically, I needed somewhere that, would hold all of the materials that I need, and this is where it's going to be. We're gonna have so much storage. I guess it's kind of like a love letter to our previous, storage room as well. Because that storage room had a lot of storage as well. I need just a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. Alright, let me go like that. Bam. And I'll put that in the backpack. Yeah, that is not looking too bad at all. Now, what am I doing with that bit there? Actually, I want to try and work on where all of the storage stuff is going. And I'm going to need some of this. I think what I'm going to focus on is trying to make it very bricky. Also, I needed a bit of, spruce here anyway. One tiny... Where is it? Oh, there it is. So the very start. At the very start, I needed that one anyway. Alright. So, I needed to see how bricky I can make this. I could make it go back into the wall. Like, I'm very, testing this all out to see how it'll look. But if I do this and then make it come back out, and then I could fold it at the top, like this. It's actually not too bad. For some reason that looks very, very nice. I could turn it into like a, design that we use for our, upstairs living room. It really, you know what, I think I'll go with that. I really like the idea of that. I don't know about the middle area. Also, I don't know about this section right here. I think this would just have to be bricks. It's just going to have to be bricks. There we go. Alright. Go like that. Luckily I, collected so much bricks in our Twilight Forest travel. I'm actually thinking about heading back to the Twilight Forest just to rob more people's houses. Like, they leave their houses, you know, not really unguarded. I did get beat up quite badly by some of their guards, but you know, I did steal their entire chimney and roof. That oak wood, you know, was put to use on our abbey. I still need to finish off the final details of the abbey. It is really near completion, but I really want to build a bell tower, but the bell tower must be built somewhere over here or over here. And then I do also have to work on this entire mining area. So I dedicate this area to a mine. A long time ago I started planning the mine, but I never got around to continuing the mine. And I want to base off something else. Oh, hello there, Magic Pants. I do apologize. Man, I am stumped. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. Hopefully you're doing right and staying safe. We're currently working on my storage room, but I got off on a ramble, so I should really get back to it, I tell you. I ramble too much, I tell you. I ramble too much. It's not good for me, I tell you. It's not good for me. Alright. So, let us go and... we'll go and break all of this. Oh, I need to break that as well. I forgot that was a double one there. But hopefully you're doing right and staying safe. And staying hydrated as well. Yeah, that's not too bad. So, if we go like that... I really do see that working out very nice. Like, what we got over there, I do feel like it really will work out quite nice. I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing with that, though. I could do wood in between that bit there. I do see wood being a very nice idea. Now, the chest won't be here, but it will be, you know... I think I might actually do chests. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I can put them back to back, almost. No? No. That kind of sucks. Alright, let me test out my idea. No, can't do that. Well, that kind of sucks. That ruins my entire plan, I tell you. You know what, I should just get shulkers. I should just get shulkers. It's gotta take me so many shulkers. I don't even think I have the ability to really go to the end and gather up shulkers. I really just want to kidnap a shulker and then make it duplicate. That's really what I want to do. I want to, you know, do one of those duplication shulkers. When they hit themselves and it, you know, has a small chance to duplicate themselves. Really? There we go. And why don't I just go like that? Oop. Meant to do it the other way around. There we go. And do the same thing again. Oop. You know what, we'll fill that in after. You writing down notes? You know what, I really need to get a notes, what do you call it, writing emote. That and a grab an emote. I do actually plan on making a grab an emote. I was actually planning on doing an art stream soon, where we just, you know, do a lot of art. But the thing is, I primarily need to work on making props. And I gathered up a bunch of props from, like, you know, other ideas. I've seen, like, some other people do some props, and I was like, you know what? Not too bad, you know? And I'm like, you know, should I or should I not, you know, see if I could find any props, you know, that would be good looking and then, you know, do art of them. Make my own prop from the props that I find. Like a mace. Who does not love a mace? You can go bang and, you know, knock out someone with it. Let's see. That's actually not looking too bad. It's gotta look very weird in the middle, to be honest. Yeah, we can't really do it in the middle. That sounds wrong, but you know. But this entire bit in the middle is very, like, you know, odd. Like, I guess I could do this, and then backwards, you know, and then forward, backward. That's a real hard one there. That one's a bit too, you know, difficult. I'll probably focus on working on this first, and then we'll move on to, you know, doing that. I need to actually grab more bricks now. Yeah, we'll just turn all of this bricks into stairs. There we go. 32 stairs, that shall do nicely. Let me go like this. And bam! Not too bad. I did also realize now I need to go and fill up the top of these now. We'll just do this, go along, filling them all in, so that I can just go. Where is the dark spot? I guess this is the dark spot. I should really add some light in here. I was really hoping that my glowstone lighting would be like perfect for this bit, but there's just the middle areas. They're too dark. I need to make, you know what, I guess that would work. And that's not a joke on it being that I'm going to work with wood here before one of you bring it up. But I thought, you know what, I could just make a big pillar of, you know, wood. I could just turn this into a big pillar of wood. Oh, what did you do in Minecraft today? I made a big pillar of wood. Do you ever, oh, I just got reminded of something. There was this post on a Minecraft thing. And it was this person who's been making these pillars. These little tiny, you know, pillars up in the sky that are kind of like, you know, they always thought of them as like little cities, you know, little buildings. And, you know, I really like the idea of that, you know. Look at this, could be a building. There could be tiny little people inside. I always liked that post, it was quite nice. Reminded me of my good old Minecraft PE days. PE, Minecraft Pocket Edition days. Never get old those days, never get old. Sorry, I've gotten totally distracted, you know, and I'm, you know, working on this. When I should be working on the outside area. It's actually looking very bricky in here. I keep going to say bricky bracky. The Scottish term. I think it's for knickknacks, isn't it? Bricky bracky, yeah. I have to place all these on my nice, you know, clean glass now. Alright. Let me go and start filling in all of this. There we go. And there we go. Sorry, I started thinking to myself there. You ever get stuck in your thoughts like, thinking? I get, you know, on that a lot. There we go. And I ran out of wood. Surprisingly, these things take up so much wood. I really like the redness of it, you know. I think it really fits well. You know, I'm gonna be making Aiden Zero jealous with my new, you know. Oh wait, this is not supposed to be here. With my new storage room, I'm gonna be sending it to him later. See how he enjoys it. That should have been filled in. I guess I missed some of these. Yeah, that is very strange. Sorry, I've just realised that I missed some of these. the quartz again. Where are the quartz? Ah, there we go. Alrighty, right. Yeah, I missed this nearly this entire bit here. That's very strange. I did not think I missed anything like that. It would be there. And it would be there. Like, it's like the smallest details that you miss in it. It's like such an annoyance, you know, to go back to it and then fix it. Because you know that you made that mistake. How could I make this mistake? I really do want to make, what do you call it, a pizzeria in the lab. Ever since I talked about it, I started thinking about it more. This is why I don't talk about, like, build projects, you know, too often, because I get that urge to go and do them. It's like the ADHD, you know, build mode. You get distracted and you end up going and doing that build over there. Alright, let me go and break this as well, because you are also in the wrong position. There we go. How did I not see that down there? Alright. Grab the coal block. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I think we did quite well here. I think we did quite well here. There we go. Go like this. Oop, I fell. And I ran out of wood. We are using up so much jungle wood with this. I was not expecting how much jungle wood these 4 pillars really take. At least we're done with them now. For now. We'll say for now, because, you know, there's always a chance we have to come back to it. Alright. So, let us go and we'll head over to here. I am very limited on my brick supply. I should really be careful with it, but, you know, chaos is, you know, what we do here, so there we go. Alright. I really like the idea of just keeping them in the same position like this. For some reason it's just, you know, it's fascinating. That is not in the right position. This is missing, you know, a little bit. Why do I keep finding all these, you know, stuff like this, you know, and it's always missing, like, you know, a little bit of it. Like, the thing is, a storage compartment's supposed to go here, and it's just filled in. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. And let's see. Now what? Making sure everything is done, but it's not done here. There we go. And now we'll just get started on doing these up here. I do really think the wood would look really nice up here. Kind of all connecting up. But at the same time, you know, I don't really want to ruin it, you know. I don't want to ruin it. There we go. And let me just do the same thing over here. And then over here. And then do the same thing over here. I could never win. I always think like, oh, is this gonna be the last one? No. Gotta be the last one, is that one gonna be the last one? Is that one gonna be the last one? Is that one gonna be the last? It's never the last one. There we go. You know what I've been having the urge to do now? Play very old games of the channel again. Like, even if they're not like that old. I don't know why. I've just had that urge to go play like BioShock on the channel again. Even though I know I'm going to take the exact same playthrough as I did before. Or BioShock Infinite. Or Far Cry 3. I've had the urge to play Far Cry 3. Let's see. I think it would be the 4th time we play it on the channel. We played it one... Well, no, I won't count the first ever time I actually played the game, because that was not on the channel. This would be our 3rd playthrough. You know, Pi was here, you know, they'd just see me playing Far Cry 2 again. You know what, I would love to play Far Cry 2 again. Just not with Truck. You know, I love Truck, but it was that much of a hindrance. Though they did save our lives many, many times over. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad at all. Do I do that, or should I do it backwards? Now I'm just, you know, trying to figure out like how we're gonna work on this, I tell you. Oop, did not mean to place that there. It's fascinating, but at the same time, you know, I'm really struggling with trying to get this to look right. I know the exact idea that I'm going with, it's just, you know, getting there. That's the problem. If you've ever built in Minecraft, you understand, you know. There's always like that, you know. Like, is this going to look right, or is it not going to look right? And then you also have to worry about materials at the same time. Like, did I put the bricks in that, you know, chest over there, or do I have to head to the Twilight Forest because we're running low on bricks? We are really low on bricks. I think I might grab a few extra bricks. And then I'll put a brick full up there. And then that there. And then that there. I missed that one spot there too. Alright. And then I get up here. There we go. And I don't think there's a block over here. That was like a slow, you know, cycle of the wheel there. I just could not get it to go very fast there. Alright. There we go. What time are we anyway? We're already near the end of today's episode already? Dang. Usually I have to warn me more, you know, often. I get sidetracked that easily. But we are nearing completion, at least. That's what I will say. We are nearing completion. And that is a plus that I will say. There we go. Yeah, that is actually not bad. Not bad at all. I really do like that. I will probably have to add more bricks for these bits here, but at the same time, that's something that I can sort another day. Yeah. Alright. Well, hopefully you did enjoy our progress that we made so far. It does seem very bricky. But do not worry, we will be adding some more details to kinda make it a bit more diverse in its materials instead of just brick and terracotta. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, upload all my especially because advice is very important. And when you see things, bye bye. I will say before I end, I always worry about hitting something in front of me when I'm doing punch the air.